I can't even enjoy these playoffs. I can't enjoy these playoffs. Now, don't get me wrong. Watching the Cowboys lose is funny. Don't get me wrong. It's always funny when you see that team goes down, and the way they went down was ridiculous. I mean, wow. Nevertheless, what makes me mad about these playoffs? You see Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud, both two young quarterbacks, ball out. Both of them throw for 3 TDs. Both of them have 150 plus passer ratings. I mean, their coach has done a phenomenal job with these two quarterbacks. You know, what is it? McFleur and D'Amico Ryans and his offensive coordinator. Great job with these quarterbacks. And for us, Falcons fans, we're sitting here looking like, all right, why this couldn't happen? Well, this is why I get upset, because Coach Arthur Smith just could not get it right as far as a coach. Couldn't get it right. And it was ridiculous how bad some of this play calling was. And I like to give Desmond Ridder the benefit of the doubt sometimes. I like to give him the benefit of the doubt, but some of those throws he made was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but he's damn near that close. We should have been one of these teams that's in the playoffs balling out like this. You get good quarterback play. The Falcons would have been one of these teams that pretty much shocked their opposition. Dallas did not know what would hit them when Jordan Love dropped back to pass. You know, but the Cleveland Browns, well, I mean, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with a bunch of pick sixes. But nevertheless, C.J. Stroud played very well. These two young players, Jordan Love sat back and was very patient behind Aaron Rodgers. C.J. Stroud was a guy that we could have had. Well, I ain't going to say we could have had, but you know what I mean. We could have had a quarterback like this under our belt, and we could have been doing something. It's just an indictment on both. When it comes to Coach Arthur Smith, Desmond Ridder, we swung and missed. This can't happen again. I don't know what the Falcons are going to do, but whatever they do, they need to come out with some results like this. Bill Belichick, this is another reason why I don't think Bill Belichick is the answer, because you get guys like this starting off early, this good. These two teams have the next 10 to 15, and in some cases maybe 20 years to be this relevant. Because quarterbacks, when you get a good quarterback, you can have a quarterback for nearly 20 years for your franchise playing this good. You bring a Belichick in here with a veteran, you're going to try to win now, and if that don't work, you're going to be, back to square one, back to where we were right after Matt Ryan left us. Even though Matt Ryan was on the decline, but you know what I mean. This is why this is a problem for the Falcons. This is why this is a problem for this franchise. They need to get it right, because you're seeing it time and time again, young quarterbacks making a difference for their teams. And what Love and Stroud just did was nothing short of phenomenal. Now you have other teams that have, duds. You have the Jets and you have the Panthers. You have these other teams that do have that. But the way that the Falcons are built, there's no reason why this team would have been just as good as these two. That's why it's so frustrating watching C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love, because Desmond Ridder had it handed it to him. Coach Arthur Smith had it handed to him. They should have. Their team is set up with all these weapons. You got 3 running backs, two decent up and coming receivers. Well, one veteran receiver, a tight end that looks like he could be a Hall of Fame caliber type of tight end if he gets healthy. The defense played very well. They actually had somewhat of a pass rush, but you had a play caller, Doug Ragone. He's not innocent in all this as well. Doug Ragone, Coach Arthur Smith, and Desmond Ridder. It is what it is. It's very, very frustrating seeing this. Kudos to the Packers. Kudos to the Texans. Those guys did everything they're supposed to do right. Great work for D'Amico Ryans. kudos to Coach LaFleur. Those guys made it happen, and they're going to the next round of the playoffs. Well, we could have been hosting the playoff game, doing the same thing what the Texans were doing, and all this stuff about people saying, oh, we would have been out one and done, this, that, and the third. You get in, anything can happen. Look at these two teams right here. You get in the playoffs, anything can happen. That's why I never want to squander away of going to the playoffs talking about we're going to sit here and get a low draft pick because of that. You win games, and you win games. You're going to have people who, even that are being picked in a 15, 16, 17 slot, 25th, 27th slot, they're going to want to play to that high level. And you get players in that want to play at that high level, and you get a scout that bring in players to play at that high level. That's how you have a winning culture. Not just a bunch of draft picks and you try to do all this early, get the top 5, top 10 pick 4 years in a row and think you're ready. Look at the Jets. Look at the Jets. Look at the Bears. Look at us. Top 10 pick 3 years in a row. And if you want to count with Kyle Pitts, you can say 4. Because he was at number 4. Let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.